Hey team, Paige Greenway here, and I just want to share some ideas and some new systems that we have in place for onboarding new ambassadors. What the heck does that mean? That means what do we do with our brand new people as soon as they sign up, okay? And this is true, it is true for ambassadors. I would say it's true for wholesalers and could even be true for preferred customers, because we all know that sometimes that preferred customer turns into a really amazing ambassador, right? And that's some of you guys who are watching this video. So the first thing I want to say is that we want to treat every single person the same who signs up, okay? Every single person should be treated like your next rock star, okay? Because for one thing, they might be. We just never know. You never, ever, ever want to prejudge. You never want to think, oh, I'm not gonna do X, Y, and Z with this person because I know they really don't want to do this. Hello, I really didn't want to do this. Some of you really didn't want to do this. And when we went through the steps anyway, when my sponsor did some of these things for me, when your sponsor maybe did some of these things for you, it kind of brought you into the fold and helped you to catch the vision, helped you to see what was actually possible. So we want to make sure that we are treating every single person the same, that we are creating a really streamlined, simple, duplicatable system, okay? And that starts with prospecting. How you prospect a person is going to determine, once you've closed that deal and brought them into your team, that's going to determine how they prospect people. So you want to make sure you're doing that really wisely and really well. You want to lead with the business opportunity and then maybe move to products if they're not interested in the business opportunity at the time, and maybe even move to asking for referrals, because we know that a lot of the time that comes right back around, okay? So make sure that you are prospecting well, because that's what you're going to duplicate down. When that person becomes an ambassador, they're going to do exactly what you did with them, okay? So do that well and do that correctly. This also means moving with some urgency, moving quickly, following up, doing all of those things really well, really urgently, and in a way that is creating momentum for you, for your team, and for that person, all right? You're going to, again, duplicate that down. Another huge part of prospecting well and bringing someone in really wisely is that smart sign up that we talk about all the time. And you may be totally sick of this, but we've got to make sure that we have a handle on it. It is probably the most important thing in actually growing your business, okay? What does that mean? That means most of the time you're gonna be signing people up with welcome packs. It's the rare exception that you won't. The next thing that means is having a subscription turned on. And I am gonna harp on this for a minute, okay? Straight from corporate, these are not things that I've made up, straight from corporate and their data. 80%, hear me say that again, 80% of people who sign up as an ambassador and do not turn on a subscription will not order again. What in the world? Okay, that is bad for them. That's a waste of their money. Nothing that they could have bought would have really been worth that $35 if they're only going to do it for 1 month, right? And then it's bad for you. It is bad for your business. First of all, that will duplicate down. If you allow people to just be wishy-washy about the subscription, guess what? When that person becomes an ambassador, they're just going to be wishy-washy about the subscription, and then that's going to be duplicated down, and you've got a whole mess where everybody's sitting there going, we're adding people, but we're not growing. What's happening? My points are stuck, or my points are moving backward. Okay, it is bad for business. But like I said, it is bad for that person too. They are not going, if they are not quite ready yet to commit to their health and commit to the process, then I have gotten really bossy about it for their own benefit as well. and saying, okay, that's fine. You don't want to turn on a subscription yet. You're not quite there and ready to commit to this health journey. That's totally fine. We're going to go ahead and start you as a customer because I don't want you to pay that joining fee if you don't have to. There's no reason to do that yet. Okay, and sometimes just taking it away will help them to realize, oh no, I am committed. I do want to do that. Okay, that's fine. Let's do it. But if they're not willing to turn on that subscription, they are not allowed to be an ambassador on my team. And I don't say it to them like that, of course, but there is zero reason for them to do that. Okay, if they are going to build a business and they want to have more control over when that subscription runs, then they can set it to conditional. Okay, that's what I did for the longest time. Now our orders process on the first day of the month, but if you don't need products until later, you can set it to any time and make it conditional. If you have customers and you already have reached 100 PV, then your order is not going to run. So you can place a manual order anytime you would like, okay? But it starts with us setting the example, having that subscription turned on, even if it's conditional. It also comes from our posture. If we're presenting the subscription as kind of it makes some people nervous. I know you may not really want it. I'm sorry that we have to. No. You just let them know, all right, this is what we're doing. This is what's best for your health. This is what makes the most sense for you financially. Let's get it turned on. Oh, I saw that you signed up and you didn't have that subscription. Something got messed up. Here's how you can turn it on. Or would you like to shoot me your password and your email very quickly and I'll just get it set up for you. It's no problem. Okay, any of those options work. I like to sign people up myself. Okay, I either have them give me their information, and again, if you don't make it a big weird thing, then most people don't see it as a big weird thing. Most people would rather I do it for them. Okay, if they're not going to be a business builder, they would rather I take care of it for them. Or if they don't want to do that, then we get on a phone call. It takes 5 minutes, but I'm able to tell them exactly what to do, walk them through any snafus, any confusion, any subscription issue, and we may get to the subscription and they're like, I'm not sure if I want to turn that on. And then I say, no problem. Let's back it up and let's have you be a customer at least for this first month. And then when you love it, we'll upgrade you. It's not a big deal at all, but I don't want you to spend that money if you don't have to. Okay, so super simple. It all comes from your posture, your presentation, how they perceive it. And we want to make sure we're doing right by them and we're doing right by our businesses. This is a business. It is a business, okay? So we want to duplicate down those really smart, effective signups. And that's with a welcome pack and a subscription, okay? And we do these things over and over. Here's the beauty of a system. And I'm about to present kind of a new system that it probably is not new to most of you if you've been around for any real length of time. Sally's talked about it before. It comes from other network marketers who have used it. I know other teams that use it, and it's super effective. And the beauty of a system is that the system, if you work it, doesn't change. Okay? People are variables, right? People will tell you one thing, do another. Things change, and I totally get that. I mean, same with me. But systems do not change. So if we can stick to the system and just do it, it's not going to work unless we actually do it, then we should see some real success. So it's also an equalizer, okay? Everybody starts the same way. Everybody gets the same tools, and it alleviates a lot of the fear and maybe the, oh my gosh, what's next? And that overwhelming feeling that a brand new ambassador can have. So we want to make sure we are sticking to the system, giving them an even playing field and some really solid footing as they're starting out. Okay, sorry, I'm looking at notes if you can't tell. I want to keep myself on track. So this system that we are really putting into place is called the 2-7-30. Okay, what do we do in the first 2 days with a new ambassador? What do we do in the first 7 days? And what do we do in the first 30 days. And I have plenty of graphics. I have a whole sheet, all kinds of things to help you remember this. You might want to take some notes, but like I said, I've got some visuals to help you. But those first 2 days, those first 48 hours, we call it first 48. There's a TV show called that, right? You want to add them to the team pages, no matter who they are. Remember, we said we treat everybody the same. So if they're a wholesale customer, if they're a business builder, add them to the team pages. That's my team page, depending on their level of like enthusiasm. That may be where you stop so you don't totally overwhelm them, but at least add them to my team page, and then you're going to add them to the Health and Happiness Hub. Okay, this is the customer page, wholesale customer page, ambassador page. Everybody goes into the Health and Happiness Hub because that is where they can learn about products, they can learn about specials, they can learn about events coming up. They can learn about detox, die off, what can they do? You can tag, they ask you a question about something, you can tag them. Okay, it is a wealth of knowledge. It is a page that's been built upon for years now, and you want everybody there. The Health and Happiness Hub, and then the team page. That's where they go. You can send them either a welcome email or a welcome message, okay? I do not have amazing luck with email. Some people do. So I prefer to send either a private message through Facebook, or a text message is even better if that's how you communicate. And I just welcome them, and I send my welcome video that I've created for our team, okay? And that will be linked. So send them this welcome message, just let them know how excited you are, how you are welcoming them to the team. And this is a video that is my friend Paige, and she's just going to give you some information that I think you'll find really useful, and I'd just love to hear your thoughts, okay? Send them that within the first 48 hours. The next thing you want to do in these first 2 days is ask them for a shout out, okay? Even if they are only planning to be a wholesale customer, ask them for a shout out anyway, and just say, hey, I would love if you would post this for me. It would be super helpful for me personally, and it might even be fun for you to see if you have anybody else who wants to join you in doing this. And they can just say something like, hey, I want to thank my friend Paige, or give my friend Paige a shout out for hooking me up with this pink drink that has given her more energy, better sleep, it's gotten rid of her headaches, whatever. Okay, just a really short little shout out post on Facebook or on social media where they tag you in it, okay? If they are planning to share the business, work the business, then they can create their first post. Please help them do this. We want it to be effective. We want it to create curiosity. We want it to be pretty, not a cheesy Plexus graphic maybe that they found on Google. We want to make sure that we help them do this and put their best foot forward from the very beginning. Y'all, I look back. I'm not judging anyone's post. I look back at my old post and I'm like, oh, what in the world? So help your friend put his or her best foot forward by crafting a post that doesn't puke Plexus. It's short. It doesn't have to be their whole life story. Something that is simple and creates some curiosity, right? So send a welcome, ask them to give a shout out or create their first post. Start a 3-way chat with you and your newbie and your upline, okay? I did this earlier today. I sent a message. I put my new ambassador in a message with my sponsor, and I just said, hey, I wanted to introduce the two of you. I want you to know that Sally's always here if you ever need anything and can't get me for whatever reason. Just wanted you guys to be able to say, hey, told them something they had in common, and then that was it. The next thing I would say is pick up the phone. This doesn't even have to be a scheduled thing, but just pick up the phone, give them a call, explain to them their products, explain what to expect when everything comes and kind of how to take things, even though you're going to send them written information as well. Give them a really brief explanation of the virtual office. Have them log in, show them where the shareables are, where they can click on Share Plexus. Show them how to keep track of new ambassadors or new customers. Show them how to keep an eye on their PV, things like that. And just help them get acquainted. And then determine their pace, all right? In this call, you might want to make sure that you know if they want to go fast start gold, then y'all are going to be working together big time. If they want to go silver and 7, y'all might be working together big time. If they are thinking they just want to get the cost of their products covered, then it's not going to be as urgent and as quick paced. But please let them know their options. Let them know that there is a fast start gold bonus. Let them know that going silver and 7 could be so beneficial and explosive for their business, okay? So, like I said, this doesn't even need to be a scheduled call. Just pick up the phone and call your friend. All right, that's the first 48. Now, the first 7 days, you want to have them sit down and make their list of 64, okay? We have a link for this. They can print it out if they want to. Just 64 people. They don't need to agonize over it. They don't need to sit and analyze. I think this person would be good at the business. Yes, that's great if they want to find their dream teamers, things like that. But they need to just make a list of 64 quickly. The next thing you want to do in those first 7 days is host a launch party. Kick them off on the right foot, okay? And listen, there may be people that you didn't do this for in the first 7 days that you're like, shoot, I never really did that. Go ahead, do it now. There are all kinds of people that I'm doing launch parties for right now. It doesn't even matter. But imagine if you could do this within the first 7 days for someone new. Boom, that's amazing. Pull from their list of 64. Don't let them prejudge anybody. Just create the list, host a launch party. Next thing, start 3-way chats. We talk about this all the time. People are scared of this. Don't even ask. Do not ask permission. Do not say, can I put you into a 3-way chat with my sponsor? No. They're gonna say no. That's terrifying. Do not. Okay? This is not a time for your sponsor to pounce on them, okay? And that's what they're gonna think if you ask. So you just start it and you say, this is my friend Paige. This is my friend so-and-so. She's been doing this for a while, so I just want you to hear her story. Okay? Super simple. And then your sponsor can take over, you as the sponsor can lead the conversation and model how to walk through a conversation like this and close the deal, right? Send a training video. This is number 4. You've got list of 64, host a launch party, 3-way chats. This should be happening left and right. The people who do these are the successful people on my team. They just flat out are. And then number 4, send a training video and tell them when you're gonna follow up with them, okay? Send them some kind of new ambassador training, and I would be happy to help locate that, figure out what's good. And but tell them, hey, I'm gonna follow up with you tomorrow night, so I'd love for you to watch this. Okay, I'm turning the page and taking a drink. Sorry. Okay, too much talking for me today. And I lost my notes, hold on. So sorry. Okay, number 5, set a goal. Okay, some kind of goal. It could be silver within the first 30 days. It could be 500 PV. It could be 3 customers. It could be 3 customers in silver. Whatever it is, set some kind of goal. Give them a realistic goal, okay? We want to set them up for success and to feel good about what they're doing, right? So help them be realistic, but to set a hard and fast goal. And then provide them some kind of posting plan. Don't just throw them to the wolves and say, all right, figure it out. Help them kind of map out some posts that they can make. They've got their shout out, or maybe then they've got their, hey, I'm giving these products a try post, and then maybe they could share about Slim one day. Maybe they could share about ProBio 5. Maybe they could share a testimony. Maybe they could share, something about what's going on. They could invite people to their launch party. Help them create a plan to post, all right? That's all within the first 7 days. The next 30 days, or the first 30 days, this is what we want to do. help them share their impact story, okay? This is something that you should have modeled for them during prospecting, right? We all want to share when every single time I am prospecting someone, I am having conversations with someone about Plexus, or I am in a three-way chat, every single time, I will say a little bit of information. I ask them their goals, and then I recommend the products, and then I say, hey, I just want to give you a little bit of background of where I'm coming from. Let me tell you what the products have done for me. And I have a copied and pasted little blurb. Probably a bunch of you have seen it because a bunch of you have done three-way chats with me. And so it just tells them my really brief Plexus story. And almost every time people are like, yeah, I want that. I want that. Sign me up. Okay, and that's how I have had success, is by sharing my impact story. So help them create this. They don't have to have a major success story yet. They may not have even started products yet, but help them share, why Plexus? Why am I taking these steps? Why am I starting this journey? Okay, help them create that and learn how to share it. Show them how to use third-party tools. Show them how to use the Healing and Happiness Haven, okay? That is our ATM page, or add tag message page, where you can just add the prospects into the group after you've gotten permission. If you've heard, oh, you have migraines, I am so sorry to hear that. I know it's horrible. I would love to share with you how my friend Alyssa has found freedom from migraines through these plant-based products that I use, okay? Would you be open to me giving you access to her testimony? Yes, sure, boom. Put her in the group, tag her on Alyssa's testimony video, and then ask her, hey, did you get to watch that video? What did you think? And then follow up, blah, blah, blah. Teach your new person how to use these third-party tools within the first 30 days so they have some resources, okay? Number 3, get through that list of 64. Help them send messages, help them reach out to all 64 of those people. They don't have to do it within their first week, okay? Don't let them feel like they have to sit down and message 64 people in 7 days. No, they've got 30 days, send a couple messages a day. Boom, not a big deal at all. Or they can invite people to their launch party. All right, number 4, you want to check in every 2 days for business builders in these 30 days, okay? Every 2 days. We never want them to feel like they're on their own. For a wholesaler, after their initial getting of products and starting and all of that, you want to check in with them every week, okay? We don't, again, ever want them to feel like they're on their own. We want them to be comfortable and open with us about what they're experiencing, troubleshoot, all of those things. And then, again, in these 30 days, you keep up those three-way chats. Constantly keep up those three-way chats. Ask your newbie to start them. Pull me in, okay? Here's the thing, all right? So that is 2, 7, 30. If you've been doing this differently, it's totally fine. You can start fresh with your next person. It's not a big deal. I'm doing it too, okay? We can start anytime. I think you'll notice a lot of the time we put the onus on the newbie, on the new ambassador. We see, all right, I'm gonna give you some information, I'm gonna give you a tool, I'm gonna give you an idea, I'm gonna give you some homework, an action item, and let's see if you do it, okay? And that helps you understand truly the pace that this person wants to go and how you can help them get there, right? And it helps them also see that they can learn as they go. They don't have to sit around for 6 months and try every single product and figure every single system out and figure out every tiny little thing. They can share and they can learn as they go, and they can earn as they learn, right? So it doesn't have to be you need to know everything before you get started. No, we give them the steps. If they will follow the steps, then they can be successful. And if you hold up your end of the bargain, they can be successful. So I hope that this has been helpful for you. Like I said, we got to use it. It's not going to work unless we work it, right? Just like our products, okay? We've got to do our part to make all of this work, but it will be worth it if you will duplicate this down. And if we build a really solid foundation for those that we are training up. Okay, that is how we will grow. So hope this helps.